Good evening, everyone. Welcome to IPMAT by LPD channel, a channel dedicated to the preparation of IPM. On this channel, from Monday, we have started a series dedicated to vocabulary building. The questions, which will be solely based on vocabulary, like synonym, antonym, analogy, filling the blanks, idiom and phrases, one word substitute. All these variety of questions you will find in your exam IPM. To deal with these questions, you need to have a good grip on vocabulary so as to excel in this part. So this session is dedicated to building vocabulary, expanding your vocabulary, expanding your word power, strengthening your comprehension eventually with words. Okay. So we started words with root technique. The words will be based on Norman Lewis, word power made easy. But we have figured out some interesting ways to associate these words with different personalities from different walks of life. We did first session, then yesterday we had 5 words associated with different personalities that we know very well. All right, and we will continue with today's session. We will learn new words with these personality, as well as we will also acquire words with root. Okay, so let's get started. But before starting, let's quickly do a recap of the words that we did yesterday. Okay, chaliye. We did this word consummate. So consummate is someone who is perfect. All these words in NL, Word Power Made Easy book, are dedicated to lying, different ways of lying, different habits of lying. So a consummate liar is the one who is perfect liar. You can't pick any hole in his art of lying. When he lies, you can't differentiate whether he is speaking truth or he is telling a lie. He's so perfect. He's so consummate. So I associated this word with the veteran actor Amitabh Bachchan, consummate actor, somebody who can perform any part, who can pull off any character that he is given. Okay, so consummate is someone who is perfect. We learned inveterate word with Pushpa, somebody who cannot be reformed. उसकी जो कोई बुरी आदत है वो इतनी हार्ड अर्नड है, इतनी ज़्यादा डीप सीटेड है कि आप उसको रिफॉर्म नहीं कर सकते. ये वर्ड में रूट है वेट. वी ऑल्सो लर्न अनदर वर्ड दैट इज वेटरन. वेटरन इज समवन हु इज वेरी वेरी एक्सपीरियंस्ड. We did third word, that is incorrigible. With Bunty and Bubbly, we learned this word. Those people who cannot be corrected, who cannot be reformed. There is no correction to their personality. There is no correction to what they do, right? So if the behavior is so ingrained that they cannot be corrected. So incorrigible. Incorrigible, again, synonym with inveterate. Incorrigible is synonymous with inveterate. Third word was congenital. The root here was gene. We learned genealogy and genesis from this root. Okay? So genesis is the origin of something and genealogy is the study of genes. Then genital is from this root, somebody who is naturally curious, inborn, who is born with natural curiosity, right? So that is congenital. So I associated this word with this picture. He shows that he's eager to learn things. In that movie as well, we learned that since his childhood, he had natural curiosity to know things, to discover things. Okay, so congenital again is not confined to lying. Congenital could be related to anything. Congenital blindness, congenital heart hole, congenital illness. Anything which you are born with can also be congenital. And fifth word was unconscionable. And this word I associated with Ajmal Kasab, who did not have a twinge of guilt when he was arrested. When even he was executed, he did not show a sign of remorse for the crime he perpetrated in India. Okay? Unconscionable, somebody who doesn't have any remorse, who doesn't regret, who doesn't have any kind of repent on his face or in his behavior or in his attitude when he does something wrong. Okay? So here I will start with this root conscience. Okay? So basically this root is related with knowledge. Okay? So there is a word nescience. Okay? So nescience is having no knowledge, ignorance, not having understanding of something. So there was a time जब हमको ये पता नहीं था कि टाइम, हमने क्लॉक को डिस्कवर नहीं किया था, इन्वेंट नहीं किया था रादर, तो हम जो टाइम उस समय में हम तारों की और सितारों की दशा देख के ये गेज करते थे, ये डिस्कवर करते थे कि टाइम क्या हो रहा है. इन द टाइम ऑफ निसाइंस we used to measure the time as per the stars or their movement, right? So that was the time of nescience. So nescience is no knowledge, having no knowledge, right? So that is what nescience is. Another word with this root is omniscience. Omni is for all. The Omni van, which is for all. It is for commercial purpose, it's for personal purpose, it can be used for different purposes. It's basically for everything. So Omni root word comes for all. So when you have this root with Omni, somebody who knows everything, somebody who knows about everything which is happening around you, omniscience, right? So now Google is omniscient. Somebody who knows everything can also be known, called an omniscient person, right? You may have someone who knows everything about politics, so he's an omniscient person who knows everything about politics, right? So omniscience is knowing everything or having information about everything. Another word with this root is prescience. So prescience is nothing but having information or having knowledge before. So a lot of people have foreboding that something good is happening or something bad is going to happen. So when they have prescience, they can predict what's going to happen in future. A kind of soothsayer, a person who is oracle, who knows what's going to happen. You might have heard about Nostradamus, right? Who kind of forecast that Third World War is going to happen in this century. Okay, so he had the prescience, foreshadow, foreknowledge that something of this kind is going to happen in this continent in this century, right? So prescience is having knowledge before. So this word is basically for knowledge, right? Science is for knowledge. So this word unconscionable also kind of associated with this, because person doesn't have knowledge that he has inflicted pain on others or he has caused so much damage to others, but he doesn't have knowledge that, and that's why he doesn't have any remorse. So unconscionable liar would be a liar who doesn't have any remorse. All right, so let's move on to next word. All right, so chronic is next word. You can see the actor in the picture. It's the picture of Shah Rukh Khan uh, playing the character of Devdas in movie Devdas. Okay, so chronic basically is someone who has been doing something for a long time. You might have heard about this phrase quite often: chronic illness, chronic problem of water shortage, chronic issue of power supply, right? So chronic, लंबे समय से कोई चीज हो रही है. This root word basically comes for time, right? So chronology. Chronology basically means who comes first and who comes later on, right? So as per the sequence, you date or you document events as per when they are occurring, right? So if I ask you to give me the chronology of Mughal emperors, that clearly means who came first, like Babur came, then Humayun came, then Akbar, then Shahjahan, then Jahangir and Shah Jahan. So this is the chronology of Mughal emperors. The chronology of Indian Prime Minister, who came first and then eventually who followed. Okay, chronology. Synchronous. When you have this word with this root, synchronous means something which happens simultaneously at the same time. Synchronous event. इंडिया में IPL भी होता है, बोर्ड के एग्जाम्स भी होते हैं. So both the events are synchronous. Most of the time, both occur at the same time in the same month, right? So synchronous events of IPL as well as board exams. Another word is anachronistic. Again, root word is chron here. So anachronistic is anything which is outdated, obsolete, something which is not fitting with the time. In this time when we have so many, you know, updated devices, if you see somebody using a pager, you would find that pager anachronistic device, right? Something which is not fitting with the time. Or the person can also be can be called anachronistic because he is not using the technology that is more advanced or that is more updated now. So anachronistic. Some traditions could be anachronistic. Our forefathers were following that. Our ancestors were following those traditions or cultural events, but now they possibly are not fitting with the contemporary time schedule. So anachronistic. Some devices could be anachronistic. People's attitude could be anachronistic, or anything that you feel outdated, not fitting with time, could also be anachronistic. So the word here is anachronistic, but the root is grown here. Now let's come to this picture. So I have taken this picture. Because he has been shown to have this habit of consuming alcohol for a long time, and he cannot abdicate that habit, right? He finds it very difficult to give up that habit because he has been doing it for a long time. Okay, and that's the reason he faced the dire consequences at the end of the movie. The climax of the movie is actually very lugubrious. That is very emotional, sentimental. Okay, so here chronic is somebody who has been doing something for a long time. So this word can also be used for a liar. He has been lying for a long time, so he's a chronic liar, right? Chronic illness. So as I said, in the chapter you will find these words with lying, but these words could be used in a different context. So I hope all the contexts are clear. The word is used for time, in the context of time. So you can use for anything which has been happening for a long time. I have had a chronic problem of cold, right? Cough and cold. So that means लंबे समय से वो problem मुझे है. ठीक है? चलिए. All right. So next word is glib, and I don't know how many of you have seen this movie. This is Rocket Singh, the Salesman of the Year, and the Rocket Singh character was played by Ranbir Kapoor. In that movie, he has been shown to be a very skillful salesperson who started off as a young novice salesperson, but eventually he ups the corporate ladder and he starts his own company, and he actually is so convincing, he's so persuasive that he brought around some senior employees of the company along with him to work for his newfound company, right? So salesman, this glib, the word is glib here, okay? So glib, when you call somebody glib, that means the person has the gift of the gab. That clearly means he speaks so fluently, so rapidly, so cogently that you get convinced, right? He's very persuasive, he's very argumentative. वो जो बोलता है वो आप उससे कन्विंस हो जाते हैं, उसके अलावा आपको लगता है कि कुछ और सच है ही नहीं. But there is a catch. Glib is a person who speaks very fluently, but sometimes a person is not taken seriously, right? The person is not sincere, he doesn't mean everything he says, he possibly goes above board to convince people just to, meet his ulterior motive. He possibly is selling something, he possibly has something to gain out of that convincing, and that's why his words cannot be taken seriously, okay? So glib is not a very complimentary word, right? When you call somebody a glib talker, a glib speaker, that means he has extraordinary command on the language. He speaks fluently, he speaks rapidly, but same time, you cannot trust that person blindly. You will have to take everything he says with a pinch of salt, okay? So that is what glib is. So glib को use करने से पहले ये ध्यान दीजिएगा कि ये word बहुत positive word नहीं है. When you see someone speaking with utmost fluency, glib talker, but not sincerity. Okay, so it's charming, it's confident, he talks fast, he lacks sincerity. So lacking sincerity is also something which characterizes a glib talker. So be mindful when you use this word to define someone who is very serious, sincere and serious, and a person who is very meaningful, somebody who means everything he says, possibly he cannot be a glib talker. All right. So glib liar would also be a person जो ऐसे झूठ बोलता है कि आप कन्विंस हो जाते हैं. इस तरह से झूठ बोलेगा कि आपको समझ में ही नहीं आएगा कि उसकी बात के अलावा और कोई सच है कि नहीं है. You will not be able to refute his argument. You will find his argument as a gospel truth कि वही सच है और उसके अलावा कुछ भी सच नहीं है. ठीक है. चलिए नेक्स्ट. Yeah. So I haven't taken any movie star because this whole issue is very much in news. This is about Justice Verma, the justice whose house was raided and found with a lot of cash. And it was just yesterday that it was decided that impeachment will be initiated against him, right? Egregious is a lie or any wrong thing which is outrageously bad, which is so bad that you gasp in amazement कि ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है. Somebody who is supposed to be honest, somebody who is supposed to deliver justice, somebody who is the paragon of righteousness, paragon of fairness, and somebody doing the same thing which possibly is not good or which is not justified. Okay. So here possibly this example justifies egregious, right? So egregious lie will be a lie which is blatant, so outrageously spoken that you possibly just gasp in amazement कि ऐसा कोई कैसे झूठ बोल सकता है. ठीक है. So that is what egregious is. So egregious liar doesn't just lie, they lie in absurd, over the top or audacious ways. इस तरह से कि आपको लगता है कि इतनी बहादुरी से इतना गलत कोई कैसे बोल सकता है. So that is what is egregious. As I have been telling you, all these words will be associated with roots. So there are a couple of roots with this root. That is GRE. Okay. So एग्रीगेट. ठीक है. आप जैसे कई बार अपने मॉक्स लेते हैं या मार्क्स लेते हैं और उनका एग्रीगेट निकालते हैं. ठीक है. तो एग्रीगेट इज द सम ऑफ दोज मार्क्स. So you put them together and then you take the mean. So that is what is aggregate. तो एक जगह पे इकट्ठा करना. आप अपने मार्क्स को एक जगह पे कलेक्ट करते हैं, कोलेट करते हैं, and then you take the mean out. So that is what aggregate is. इसी का जस्ट उल्टा करते हैं आप. So that is segregate. Segregate किया जाता है लोगों को on the basis of their race, on the basis of their caste, on the basis of their gender. They are segregated. ठीक है. जैसे साउथ अफ्रीका में अपार्थाइड हुआ था on the basis of race or color. They were segregated. Blacks were different, white were different. जिसके खिलाफ नेल्सन मंडेला ने एक लंबी लड़ाई लड़ी थी. ठीक है. So segregation हुआ था on the basis of their color. Segregation होता है on the basis of their profile. People are segregated on the basis of their profile. ठीक है. तो अलग थलग करना लोगों को, भीड़ से अलग अलग करना. So segregate. आप एक जगह पे सब 1000 लोग इकट्ठे होते हैं और किसी वर्कशॉप के लिए या किसी सेमिनार के लिए या किसी क्लास के लिए, और उसके बाद वो सब अपनी अपनी दिशाओं में चले जाते हैं. सो दे सेग्रीगेट इन देयर ओन डायरेक्शंस. ठीक है. सो सेग्रीगेट इज भीड़ से अलग होना. अनदर वर्ड इज congregate. Okay. So congregate basically means together in a huge number for a religious purpose. Usually ये word religious context में ही आता है. Like Kumbh happened in Allahabad. So that was a huge congregation of Hindu devotees, right? So huge number of Hindu devotees gathered there. They offered their prayers. They took the holy dip, and they, followed all the customary things that are the rituals of Kumbh, right? So that is congregate. Congregate to get together in huge number for religious purpose. ठीक है. Usually religious purpose के लिए आता है, लेकिन ये word कहीं और भी हो सकता है. जैसे भोपाल में तालाब है. भोपाल अपर लेक, लोअर लेक, वेरी वेरी फेमस. अपर लेक में बहुत सारी साइबेरियन बर्ड्स आती हैं सर्दियों के दिनों में, नवंबर दिसंबर. ठीक है. क्योंकि साइबेरिया में ठंड बढ़ जाती है. सो दे माइग्रेट टू दिस पार्ट वेयर इट्स टेम्परेट, द टेम्परेट जोन वेयर इट्स नॉट एज कोल्ड, बिटरली कोल्ड एज इट इज देयर इन साइबेरिया. तो वो यहाँ आती हैं और कुछ दिन के लिए यही टाइम स्पेंड करती हैं. The congregation of Siberian birds can be seen in Bhopal, Upper Lake during November and December. So congregation is huge number. बड़ी संख्या में कहीं जाना, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया religious purpose के लिए, but this could also be used for other contexts. ठीक है. Gregarious. Gregarious is basically a person who loves to be with people. क्योंकि ये GRE का रूट वर्ड जो आ रहा है वो भीड़ है, that is group. So gregarious is someone who loves to be with people, right? A person who always finds companionship better than solitude, right? A person who is extrovert, outgoing, sociable, amiable, goes along with people, talks to people. He can also talk to strangers. ठीक है? So gregarious is a person who loves to be with the people. With other people. ठीक है, जैसे हिरन है वो एक gregarious animal है. You will hardly find a deer, a solitary deer, but rather they are group. They are usually found in a group. So it's a gregarious animal. ठीक है? You can find somebody gregarious in your college, in your school maybe, or in your family. Somebody who is always outgoing, जो आराम से जाता है लोगों से, who can strike conversation with anyone, who doesn't have a hint of hesitation before talking to any strangers, right? So that is gregarious person, जो अकेला नहीं रहे. So I hope you understand this root, and with this root we have couple of words. Aggregate, to put together things. Segregate is to अलग थलग करना, divide करना. Congregate is to come together in huge number. Gregarious, somebody who loves to be with people. And egregious, a lie after all is a lie, but the egregious lie is so outrageously bad that it is different from the group of lies. So that's how you can understand कि group यहाँ पे क्यों आ रहा है, भीड़ यहाँ पे क्यों आ रही है. तो झूठ आखिरकार झूठ होता है, and every झूठ is झूठ, right? But a person who possibly is supposed to uphold the principles of truth and fairness is lying. तो ये जो झूठ है possibly बहुत ही outrageous है, and that's why egregious is the root which is fitting here for this context. Okay? Chaliye, next. Okay, so the last word for today, pathological liar. हम सब जानते हैं the famous character Titanic, Leonardo DiCaprio, but before this he played a con man in movie Catch Me If You Can, right? And in that movie, he played it so convincingly that all the people who he conned believed what he said. Pathological liar, pathological criminal, somebody who is diseased to do it. Okay? So, pathological is a very, very extremely negative word. So, this has two connotations. One, when you use pathological for disease. ठीक है? तो pathology आप सबको पता है कि pathology में जहाँ पे diagnosis होता है on the basis of your symptom ki which ailment you are suffering from. So that is what is pathological. Second meaning of pathological is when somebody is diseased to do something. That means आप उसको correct नहीं कर सकते. Possibly it requires a lot of hard work and a great deal of and great amount of effort to correct that person because it's so deep seated in his psyche what he is doing. It's kind of entered into the fiber of his body. And that's why possibly he cannot be corrected. So that is what is pathological. Pathological liar could be someone जो झूठ बोलता है और उसको पता भी नहीं चलता कि वो झूठ बोलता है because that's something it's deep seated in his nature, right? So pathological liar, in that if you see that movie or if you have already seen that movie, you will find that इतने आराम से वो झूठ बोलता है और उसको ये समझ में भी नहीं आता है कि उसके झूठ बोलने से एक्चुअली किस चीज़ को किस पर्सन को किस नुकसान हो रहा है. इन दिस पिक्चर एज वेल ही पोर्ट्रेज हिमसेल्फ एज अ पायलट. So he does this deception so skillfully that people do not get to know whether he was a pilot or not, right? So here, not reasonable, not sensible, pathological liar, right? So pathological could also be something which is disease like a pathological fear, pathological hatred, pathological violence. So that means somebody is diseased to do it, and it's a kind of thing which possibly is incurable. Okay? So pathological is the last word for today. These are the 10 words which are associated with different acts of lying, different habits of lying in normal Lewis word power made easy, right? So with this, I'll just give you the last set of roots and then we will call it a day. Path is basically for feeling. Okay? So बहुत simple word है जो आपको पता होगा, that is sympathy. We all sympathize when we see someone in a bad situation or in a pathetic situation. We all sympathize when we see someone poor, languishing in poor condition. We all sympathize. We all show our sympathy for them. Empathy, strong word. So if the words have degree, so sympathy will be mild and empathy will be stronger, right? So empathy basically is किसी के इमोशन को, किसी के पेन को, किसी के ग्रीवियंस को फील करना और उसके लिए कुछ करने की कोशिश करना. अगर हम पॉसिबली किसी पुअर को देखेंगे, किसी बीमार को देखेंगे, तो वी वुड ओनली सिंपैथाइज. बट हैड इट बीन मदर टेरेसा, she would empathize with that person. She would do something to mitigate, alleviate that person's pain, right? So that is empathy. Feeling the pain and commiserating with that person and to do something to lessen their pain. So that is what is empathy. हम कई बार बोलते हैं कि mothers and daughters have telepathic connection because without speaking anything, without uttering a single word, they understand what is cooking in each other's mind, right? So that is what telepathic connection is. Extrasensory perception, when you understand what you are thinking, right? So we are not actually verbally communicating, but with our connections of thoughts, with our connections of feelings, we understand each other. So that is what is telepathy. Lovers have telepathic connection. Sometimes parents have telepathic connection with their children. Some friends also have telepathic connection. Telepathy, extrasensory perception. Pathy is for feeling, understanding. Apathy, no feeling at all. Okay? So when I say, how can youngsters be so apathetic towards the political situation of the country? That means how can they be indifferent? How can they be nonchalant about what's happening in their country? They should take interest, they should be invested, and they should actually do something to cure the situation. Okay? So here, apathy is no feeling at all. Last word, antipathy. After Pahalgam attack, we all have antipathy for Pakistan, right? So antipathy is negative feeling, feeling for hatred, feeling for detest, right? A loathsome feeling which is filled with negative emotions for someone. So pathy is for feeling, anti is for opposite. Okay? So antipathy. Antipathy is showing hatred or dislike for someone, strong disliking for someone. Okay? So we had 5 words today. We had 5 words yesterday based on lying. I hope all these 10 words are clear, and with these 10 words we did a lot of roots as well, and with those roots we learned a new set of words. I hope you will be able to remember these words till tomorrow, because when I start tomorrow's session I will also revise all these 10 words with an exercise. So be ready with the exercise to put these words into practice. Okay? Thank you very much for watching. Keep watching this space for more such videos with meaningful content and which will contribute to your clearing your exam.